Wherever you are, make a date with Spring. Tab, long may we play.
Right, let's talk Indian cricket. We want to start with you. We were obviously watching some highlights and lowlights of what happened, say, in the field in Adelaide. India, obviously looking to turn things around, as mentioned. What about the strength of the bowlers and how healthy things are looking at the moment? It's
unbelievable. The bench strength for the fast bowling is unbelievable. May not be the same as far as spinners are concerned, but certainly when you look at the talent available as far as fast bowling is concerned, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, you've got Navdeep Saini, very quick. He bowls generally about 145 Ks pretty regularly. He's not playing because he didn't have a couple of good matches in the warm-up games against the Australia A. So maybe that's the reason why Mohammad Siraj got the nod ahead of him. Otherwise, he would have been the first pick ahead of him. But he's there. There's Umesh Yadav. There are so many young fast bowlers knocking on the doors of Indian Test cricket and Indian international cricket. It is just unbelievable. And who would have thought that way back in the 1970s, there was this, kid with slightly frizzy hair opening the bowling for India. His name was Sunil Gavaskar.
Yeah. 72-3 series against England.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Good point.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was at that particular point of time, I was India's most hostile bowler in attitude, not in pace, but in attitude.
Yeah.
I was watching some highlights of the '83 World Cup the other day, and I was struck by how small the Indian bowlers were, apart from Kapil Dev.
Exactly.
Everyone was coming in off 8 or 10 paces.
Yes.
Balwinder Sandhu was opening the bowling. I look at these guys now, and they're giants. They're really big. How has the Indian physique improved to such a degree that you now have physical types capable of bowling at 140 kilometres an hour?
I think it's all the gym work that they do, the upper body strength, etc. They're now guided by professionals. And that makes a big difference. We didn't have anybody to guide us during the time that we played. When people ask me, did you ever go to the gym? I say, yes, I went to the PJ Hindu Gymkhana. I went to the Bombay Gymkhana gym. Those were the only gyms that I went to. But it's the fact that they've been guided well. And today's generation, you see, they're very, very willing to work hard. And they pride themselves on their looks. They pride themselves on the way they, you know. So every time a batsman gets out, he takes the helmet off, but he'll do this because he knows he's going to be on television. So, they pride themselves on their looks, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's almost like the last part of the puzzle, isn't it, Sonny? Because I remember when you came out here, you wanted to make a stand for Indian cricket and prove that Indian batsmen could handle fast bowling in international conditions.
Yeah.
This is the first team that I've seen come out and to have a big retinue of fast bowlers ready to go and to challenge Australians in their own conditions.
Yes, I think if you have somebody who's going to, give the same dose of medicine to the opposition, then it's a completely different situation. Like even the fast bowlers of the Australian team or the English team, they will think 20 times before they look to try and bounce the Indian bowlers as well. So while the code, the fast bowlers code where they don't bounce each other has gone out of the window once the protective equipment has come through, it is the fact that India now can give it back that has made a big difference.
What does it mean to an opening batsman to know that your opening bowlers can retaliate on your behalf? Because when you were opening the batting for India, there was really no one on your side who could met out that kind of medicine.
Well, I jump up and down. When I see the Indian bowlers, letting it rip, letting it go past. Because for me, as an opening batsman, standing in the slips and then watching the opposition batsman get onto the front foot and whack it around, I used to say, I wish there was somebody who could, make the ball go past the face. Smell the leather, man.
All you had to offer was Ekanath Solkar and Abid Ali.
And myself.
And yourself, of course. Pete, really quickly, I know you really wanted to talk about the succession of the prophets, if you will, through Indian cricket history.
Well, that's to a degree what we're talking about there. You stood up, didn't you, as a batsman, and you passed it down Ravi Shastri and then Sachin Tendulkar, and now the guys now can all handle it, can't they?
Yes, they can.
Yeah. I think the next issue really is, it's around the captaincy, isn't it? I mean, Sharma has arrived in the country. Would he have been captaining today, do you think? And there's a lot of talk around that captaincy tension.
Well, there's talk about him taking over as a limited overs captain, but not as a test captain.
It's interesting. Yeah.
So, because he's got so much success with the IPL teams, and that's one of the reasons why they feel that he should take over. Also, the couple of times when Virat wasn't available to play in the T20 as well as the 50 overs tournaments and the Haas Trophy and the Asia Cup, Rohit captain, and Rohit won those tournaments.
This bloke captains well, though.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, he does. All right, we have so much more to talk about. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I'm so sorry, all of you, but we'll pick this up again, I think, in a couple of days. Sound good?
Yeah,
Great.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Great.
Thank
I've
you.
just decided that's what we're doing in a couple of days.
Okay.